Have you ever been mistaken for a drug dealer at your kid's elementary school pickup? I was running late to get my son Tyler from Lincoln Elementary because my car wouldn't start that morning. The engine just clicked when I turned the key, so I had to borrow my brother's beat-up Honda that smelled like cigarettes and had duct tape holding the bumper together. Tyler was sitting on the office steps looking worried when I finally arrived 20 minutes after dismissal. As we walked to the parking lot, I noticed this mom, Sarah Martinez, staring at us hard. She was one of those perfectly put-together parents who always made me feel underdressed with her designer workout clothes and spotless SUV. The next morning, my phone rang at 7:30. It was Principal Mrs. Chen asking if I could come in for an urgent meeting before school started. I figured Tyler was in trouble for talking in class or forgot his homework again. I walked into her office to find Sarah sitting there with another parent I recognized but didn't know well. They both had serious expressions and folders in their hands like they came prepared for battle. "We need to discuss some concerns that have been brought to my attention," Mrs. Chen said, carefully choosing her words. Sarah jumped right in without waiting. "Yesterday I saw you pick up Tyler in what honestly looked like a drug dealer's car. The windows were heavily tinted, it reeked of marijuana smoke, and you were acting extremely nervous and fidgety." I stared at her in complete shock. "That was my brother's car. Mine broke down and wouldn't start. He smokes cigarettes, not marijuana." The other parent, Linda, leaned forward. "We've also been monitoring the situation and noticed you've been paying all school fees in cash. Always small crumpled bills. That kind of payment pattern raises red flags." "I work at Sunrise Coffee Shop downtown. I get paid mostly in tips from customers. Cash is normal," I said, feeling my face getting hot. Sarah wasn't finished building her case. "And Tyler's been wearing expensive brand name shoes lately. New Nike backpack too. Designer clothes. Where exactly is that money coming from on a coffee shop barista salary?" My hands were shaking now. Those were birthday gifts from his grandparents last month. They live in California and always send nice things. Mrs. Chen shifted uncomfortably in her chair. "The parents are genuinely concerned about potential drug activity happening near school property. So you called me in here based on my borrowed car and paying lunch fees in cash?" I asked, incredulous. Sarah nodded smugly, crossing her arms. "We're just looking out for all the children's safety and well-being." I pulled out my phone and started showing them my bank statements, my pay stubs from the coffee shop, and photos from Tyler's birthday party with his grandparents giving him the gifts they were questioning. Then I turned directly to Sarah. "Speaking of suspicious behavior and unexplained wealth, how exactly do you afford that brand new Range Rover in the parking lot and those designer handbags on a part-time substitute teacher salary?" Her confident expression cracked and her face went completely white. "Maybe we should be asking where your money actually comes from." I continued staring her down. Mrs. Chen cleared her throat loudly. "I think we're done here for today." Sarah stormed out of the office without another word, but Linda looked embarrassed and apologized quietly before leaving. 2 weeks later, the real drama exploded at pickup time. Turns out Sarah had been systematically stealing money from PTA fundraisers for months. The fancy car designer clothes and expensive lifestyle were all bought with funds meant for new playground equipment and classroom supplies. She got arrested during school pickup in front of everyone, including all the parents who had supported her accusations against me. The irony was absolutely beautiful watching her get handcuffed next to her Range Rover. The mom who accused me of being a drug dealer was actually the criminal stealing from children. Tyler and I still laugh about it whenever we drive past the school in our fixed-up car. Sometimes the people pointing fingers and making accusations are the ones hiding the biggest secrets. The playground equipment finally got built with insurance money, and Sarah's teaching license was permanently revoked. Justice served.